First off, I already received backlash between old techniques, new techniques, whether you should be doing this, whether this is good for you. I'll give you an example. Say you are buying a new house and the person who's selling you the house categorically tells you that there is hidden treasure in the house. So you get super excited about it. You get the new house, you sort yourself out, and you start looking for the treasure. And you go through all the rooms, you knock on the walls, you're like, where is this thing hidden? You're not making too much of a mess, but you're doing your best to find the treasure itself. And then after a while, you just realize that you haven't found the treasure so far, but this person told you that there is treasure in there somewhere. So your mind starts to justify that maybe it's a metaphorical treasure. Maybe you should be appreciating the little things. Maybe it's the way that the sunlight shines through the kitchen window in the morning, or the location of the house, or the neighbors, or the memories that you're gathering in the house. And someday, the person who sold you the house comes by and he's like, so have you found the treasure yet? You're like, yeah, it's amazing. And you start telling him the tiniest little details and he just stops you. You're like, yo, have you found the hidden room in the house with the treasure? And you're like, the what now? This is how we're treating this body of information and this physical body right now. That unless we are told that we have more options, we're living in the illusion of free will. I'm not going to be for everyone. This technique is not going to be for everyone. That's absolutely fine. But the option is there for you. This thing, that thing behind me, that's the mathematical encryption code for elemental command. If you're not familiar with elemental command, it's the metaphorical promise that your physical body produces all the chemicals, substances, atoms, molecules that your body form and your biofield, including your negative space, is made of. This is not borrowed from your parents. This is not given to you by some god from a book. You made this. You produced this. And for this body to move from one set of reality to another set of reality, you will need to be able to produce certain chemicals that your body is not producing right now, including gold and silver. You pretty much have a hidden treasure chest in your house. And unless you're told that it categorically exists, you just start justifying. The mind just starts going with it that, well, maybe it's just my inner peace. Maybe it's just a little bit of better living circumstances. Maybe it's my resilience that I'm able to overcome challenges. Yes, all of those, plus chemicals. So, it's not going to be for everyone, but should you wish to actually train your body, certain pathways will need to be opened. Now, they do belong to the old techniques and the old teachings in Keylontic science. If you're categorically against them, then have this thought experiment. Time, space, location exists at the same time, space. So, you can treat it as a blending of your probable selves. if you are completely unfamiliar with these techniques, if you don't even know that those body parts, those energy centers exist, then just put yourself in the shoes of a 10-year ago version of yourself, because that's when those teachings were originally introduced, around 2009 and 2011, 2012. So put yourself in the shoes of the mindset, the emotional shoes of your 10-year ago self. How did you treat yourself? How did you talk to yourself? How did you carry yourself in the world? How did you interact with other people, with other beings, with your family members, with your partner, with your children, with your parents? And you can take this information, this journey, these energies as an energetic upgrade for a 10-year ago version of yourself. Because there exists a probability dominion that runs parallel to the 10-year ago version of yourself. 10 years ago, you've made a choice, you've made a series of choices, how you live your day-to-day, everyday life, while a group of people were practicing at the same time on some location on this planet. They were practicing these type of techniques. You have the ability, because you belong on a cellular level, on a DNA level, you belong to the same family. You have the option to visit your family records, your family memories, and exchange information. This is a possibility for you, or a probability for you, how you can gather more and more of your own quanta, your own energy. Instead of whatever you were doing 10 years ago, you just as well could have practiced these techniques. If you haven't, now you have the option to upgrade a past version of you, so your present is going to get that much more energy. The present moment exists in the body, and nothing happens in your body without your conscious awareness. What we call subconscious or unconscious, that's an inorganic formation of the energetic debris that does not belong to you, as well as the mathematical, magnetic, electromagnetic mechanisms that this planet, this solar system, this galaxy is running on. It's not in your original design to be completely unaware of simple things such as your breathing or your heartbeat. Those functions of the autonomic nervous system or the parasympathetic nervous system, they do not have to be unconscious. Through this technique, we're going to guide the breath, and we're going to literally pilot energy in the body form and throughout your biofield through your breath. Breathing should be a much more conscious method of existence. It doesn't have to be something that just automatically happens in the background and your breathing rate is completely out of balance. The rhythm of your breath and heartbeat are actually not in sync. Stressors, chemicals, hormones can upset your breath or your heart rate without your conscious awareness. Those functions are inorganic. So we can train the body to start very, very consciously producing certain chemicals, certain emotional states, because this body is your emotional body. Your consciousness is stationed in D3, your mental body awareness. So one dimensional level below is your D2 emotional body level. Solid matter, your body consciousness, is your D2 emotional body. D1 is your atomic body. If you have microvision, atomic vision, or if you can consciously tell your atoms how to vibrate, how to spin, how to communicate with each other, when to and how to send signals to each other, how to produce themselves out of pure energy, then you have atomic awareness as well. Then you have atomic consciousness. When you are just aware of your body, we have emotional body awareness. So the first layer of getting to know who you are is pretty much emotional work, as well as physical work, so that your body is physically capable of running certain frequencies in the correct sequence, which includes your muscles. It includes how flexible you are. It includes whether you have aches, pains, swelling, inflammation anywhere in your body. Those things need to be ironed out so that your body functions in the healthiest possible way. It includes diet. It includes movement. Movement in this program is non-negotiable.